This is a quick video showing you how to get a different sky in against a very difficult tree line. So all those little tiny leaves, we've got to get that back in there and make it look at least halfway presentable. So what we're going to do here is we're going to first get as a background. I have found that, let's see, I've got a nice background that I like. Right here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out what I need. So I'll just use the lasso tool and just kind of come in here and lasso out enough of the sky that connect that over. Then hit Control J. That'll give us a layer just of that. And then I can hit the transform tool, come back over and just lift it up and take it back into cover that picture I want. Oops, I went past it. All right, back over here to my picture and then come back down into the picture and drop it. All right, then at this point you can still move it around. So I'm going to line it up with my picture. And then I'm going to hit Control T just to resize it and cover enough of the sky that I want covered in the back. All right, that looks about good enough. I'll hit OK, check mark it. Then I'll take that layer and put it beneath what my layer I'm working on. Come back and highlight the layer we're working on. And now we're going to create the mask. We're going to do that within the channels area. So hit the channels, come down to blue and just click on the blue one. And then hit duplicate. Right click, duplicate channel. That gives us a copy called a blue copy. All right, so go ahead and turn that on and turn off the other one. That way we're not affecting any of these channels. Off the blue copy, we need to get a better contrast going. To do that, we'll come up to image adjustments and then come down to threshold. When the threshold opens up, you want to push that until you see everything kind of darken as much as possible. What you're doing here is looking at the tree line though, right up in here, and watching for that not to be crystal clear white against black as much as possible. And it's really about pushing it as much as you can, even to eliminate some of that those little white specks you see disappearing. I'm trying to get as much of that out of my picture without bringing that other now black back into my background, my sky. As you can see right now, I'm going to go right back a little bit, just enough to take all that out of the sky, and this release. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And now I need to cover up, this is the ground down here, so obviously the sky won't bleed through, otherwise it will be transparent. So let's go ahead and go to our paintbrush and make sure that we've got the black selected, and then we can paint out over this and just blacken everything out that we don't want. I want to blacken this out because I didn't have the sky coming up this far over it, so I don't want anything showing in that case. All right, and then just kind of like whatever it is that you want to get out of here is fine. I'm going to let the sky bleed through all this area here, though. All right. So now that we've got that done, let's go ahead and turn everything back on. All right, so we're going to just click up here to our RB, and that'll turn everything on, leaving the blue copy off. All right, now go ahead and go back into your layers and come up to the layer itself, make sure that's selected. And what we're going to do is we're going to load that selected, or select and load that channel that we just created. Now to do that, you do that under the Select, Load Selection button. Come down here to the channel, find it. Here's the blue copy we made. Click that, and go ahead and click OK. And then that will select everything. What we want to do is make a mask of this, so come up down here and click Mask, and that will pop in, and that will then cover up everything else in the background. As you can see, now our sky is coming in, and we can see everything that we need to see. Okay, so you've masked out a background, put in maybe a new sky in against a tree line, but you've got these ugly lines still against this. How's a quick and effective way to get rid of these this little problem that you have here, because it doesn't look natural? One of the fastest, easiest ways is to go ahead and go into your refine mask area. All right, so make sure that you've tapped onto your mask that you're working on. Go up to select and hit refine mask. All right, uncheck the radius, although you can do this on your own. I'm just going to show you a shortcut that I use for most of the photographs. It'll work perfectly. Just uncheck that. Make sure everything is down to 0 here. And then your shift is going to be somewhere. It could be anywhere. So this is what we're going to use to find it. So just watch your edge and take your controller here and just shift it in one direction or the other until you start to see everything go away. All right, so we shifted it that way and it went. I've got some lag time here, so I'm gonna have to on my computer because I got so much open. So I'm just gonna have to take it and just drop it until I see an area, excuse me, that I want. The other thing I don't like is I don't like little floating leaves out there either, and I see some of those, so that's why I'm making further really fine adjustments with this. Okay, and I think that's about it. So to me, I've cleaned it up well enough. All right, so I'm just going to hit OK, and it's done. It's that easy.